Rabbi, what is the question of the day?
Okay, here's the question of the day. This is for you, Aleeza.
Ooh.
Dear Aleeza, if you're not interested in someone, what is the preferred way of rejecting them without hurting their feelings?
You just don't want to answer this question, Rabbi. That's why you said, dear Aleeza.
You're right. You're right. You called me out.
Rabbi can't stand rejection.
I can't stand rejection.
Okay, that gave me a good laugh. Okay. Okay, so I have a lot of feelings and thoughts about this one. So you can, and Rabbi, you're welcome to interject and you're welcome to fight me on these. But first of all, I don't think that you can always say the real thing. Are you going to be mad at me for saying that, Rabbi?
I'm listening.
I don't think that you can always say the real thing, because the real thing that's going to come out of your mouth might not be an appropriate thing to share with somebody. Just because it's real doesn't mean it's appropriate or right. And by appropriate or right, I mean, you don't just want to treat others the way that you want to be treated, because how you want to be treated, you might want to be treated direct and straight, and they might just want not to feel like a loser because of whatever's going to come out of your mouth. So I get a little bit nervous whenever it's like, speak your mind, say what it is, who cares? And other people are like, just tell me what it is. I can handle it. It doesn't matter. And I'm thinking, no, it might wreck you, or you might be really upset, and it might be completely irrelevant. Like, they don't like your face. Okay, but there's nothing wrong with your face. It just doesn't match what they want. So it's not a fit. Great. Okay, so we could go through physical type. Personality. They don't like your personality. You don't need to change your personality because one human being you dated doesn't like it. And changing your personality, which, by the way, you can't do, you will not be more beloved by them. They just want something different. But there's nothing bad or wrong about you. So telling somebody that you don't like their face or don't like their personality, like, you want to say, it's not my look, it's not my style, had a nice time, but I'm not feeling the vibe or the energy. People use all sorts of things, but I don't always want somebody to be like super straight and explicit. Like, listen, your nose is too big and crooked. Your eyes a little crossed. You say your R's a little bit funny. I don't need somebody to be so straight. It's super not helpful. And their husband or wife is probably, I'm almost sure, not going to care about what this other person's opinion is. So why is it even relevant? So then it brings us back to the question, how do you politely say, bye-bye? Not for me.
Yeah.
Now I'm dumping it back in your lap.
You know that I hate rejection. So as you're talking, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
What would you do?
I have a solution.
Okay.
Dear person asking the question, get yourself a matchmaker.
No,
let the matchmaker reject for you.
No, because you're not going to reject them, Rabbi. You're not good at that. Okay, I have an idea.
I'm an introducer. You're the coach.
Okay, fine. Okay. I don't know if you're going to like this idea, but I happen to love Chat GPT for this. Okay. Now, hear me out. I was on Wait, Don't Tell Me, which is this great show. You can find the podcast. It's phenomenal. And we had this whole running joke about Chat GPT. And they're like, if I want to break up with somebody, what should I do? And I was like, you should put it in Chat GPT. Hi, I'd like to dump my boyfriend or girlfriend. I would like you to write a kind, short letter, 3 sentences long, that explains that either I'm not feeling it, or it's not the right fit for me, or it's not the right timing, or I don't think you're the right person, something. And can you please soften this language and write it for me? Literally, if we would do this right now, Rabbi, it would come up with something amazing. Somebody's listening to this.
So would you want to be dumped by Chat GPT?
No, I'm going to copy it, revise it, edit it. And then, yes, because I've seen the answers. I love them. They're so kind if you ask for a kind answer. They're so lovely if you ask for a lovely answer. They're so wonderful. They're well articulated. I feel seen, heard, and validated. And I'm cool to be dumped as long as you do it in an appropriate way.
So you're saying dumping is not personal?
Well, it's very personal is the problem. It's very personal. You said, I don't pick you. That any dump comes with the message, you are not for me. I do not pick you. And that feels really personal to me. That feels personal.
Yeah,
so if you're going to dump me, right? I want you to not dump me because there's something wrong with me, which there's not. I mean, I have plenty wrong, but it's none of your business, right? But I want you to dump me because it's not a fit for you. Now it's not me.
So
I'm not the problem. It's not
so
fit for you.
you have to be really careful with Chat GPT and how you prompt, right? So I'm going to write, act as Aleeza ben Shalom.
Act as a dating coach, maybe.
Act as a dating coach. And write a soft, very personal, very loving.
Not very loving, because we don't want to give them too much. It's a little, not maybe take it.
Not very loving, but kind rejection letter to my date.
Yeah. But then you have to put in there why. You have to give them some reason. Like I think Chat GPT needs something to hang on to.
That's the point. What the reason why I'm saying that is that you really need to prompt correctly.
I agree, and I know that you're a little bit of a Chat GPT guru.
I'm not really a Chat GPT guru.
Okay, fine.
I just like technology, and
you are.
What you put in is what you get out.
He's being modest, friends. He learned how to, work with the system. And if you learn how to prompt it, like look up a YouTube video here or there, you'll find something. It'll tell you exactly what to do. I'm not saying to use this instead of you. I'm not saying to use this to replace you. You know what I'm actually saying? Use this to teach you what to say and do, because sometimes we don't know what to say and do. And it's really hard. And I get stuck, and it's like a brain block. It's a writer's block. What am I going to say that won't wreck somebody that also won't wreck me the same time? The person doing the dumping isn't like this evil human. They also feel bad sometimes that they need to reject somebody, which is why people ghost, or why they let it slowly die or fizzle out, or they don't call you back. It's because they don't know how to deal with rejection. And if they had the right language that made them feel comfortable, that was good for them and good for you, they might just be able to say bye-bye, not for me, in a really kind way.
And if you're using Chat GPT, make sure it's like language you would use. Don't use words like tapestry. In the tapestry of life.
Right. No, so that's the other thing, right? You should use it as a springboard for how to say something. Sometimes it will nail it, and it will really feel like it read your brain, and you're like, oh my gosh. If you prompt it correctly, it will take the best version of what you could have said and create it from your mumble jumble that you put in there. But if you don't prompt it well, it'll come up with some nonsense. So you got to.
It's still a machine, and it doesn't have feelings.
Yeah.
And your person that you're dumping does have feelings.
Correct. And you should copy, paste, and edit so that you can create something. We have technology. We are different than, let's say, for example, the Amish, right? That behave differently and interact with the world differently. In Judaism, we actually interact with technology, interact with modernization of the world, and we figure out how to relate to it through the path of our Judaism. So Judaism doesn't say don't use the internet, and it doesn't say don't use Chat GPT, but it does say have ethics, and it does say use it properly. And that's all we're advocating. Fair?
Fair. Totally fair.
Okay, I'm going to give you a blessing that you have the right words at the right time to dump the right person, and another blessing that you have the right words at the right time to ask the right one to marry you.
Let us say Amen.